Magnet. What's happening? Hello, hello. Hassan, welcome. I got one more place to get live, and we'll be ready to rock. In fact, let me go ahead and take this moment to invite the Moon Lounge. Anybody else coming? Everybody's like bored with crypto. All right. Well, definitely looking like. There we go. There we go. Look at, here comes some people. All right. What's happening, everybody? Cool. Now I'm 100% live, or we're. What's up, Davey? What's good, guys? Hey, thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for being here today. I thought it was gonna be Mr. Snay going live today, but he has let me take one more day at the helm. So what's happening, everybody? Happy Monday. How was your weekend? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody dodged the bull trap, because I'm still pretty convinced it's a bull trap. We'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, this is indicative of a boring market. Yeah. Yeah, that's it seems to be popular consensus. Here's what I will say, guys. Be careful with what everyone knows. We have seen this time and again when things that are like everybody knows that this is going to happen. Or whenever that happens, it rarely plays out quite the way that we think it does. So be careful with those predictions based on what everybody knows, like, because everybody knew that the red envelopes were going to be coming in for Chinese New Year. Excuse me. And everybody knew that those Wall Street bonuses were going to be flooding into the market. And everybody knew that consensus was going to make a huge pump. How'd those play out for us, guys? Not exactly like we thought, right? So, you know, be careful with those what everybody knows, with what those everybody knows things. Yeah, if KT goes below, say hello to 6K. 84 to 85. Would love to bet. Well, guys, I don't take bets. I place, well, that's not true. I play crypto, so of course I take bets on my, but I only bet on what I'm comfortable doing. I don't generally make fantasy crypto bets, but who knows? I'm pretty confident that we're going to see a little more downward momentum, but we'll see. I don't know. Again, I've said our last support there is 78. That's got a good amount of resistance between, or should I say about 8. Between 78 and 8, that's got a decent amount of resistance / support. So if we do break down to there, as long as it bounces off that, then great. But if it goes below the 7,800 mark, I think we see 6K sooner than we see 10. But that's just my feeling. So let's see what else. What else is everybody else up to? Hello, Arden. What's happening? When Rect Stop, when Lambo. Hey Amal, what's going on? Yeah, hopefully soon, but we'll see. You know, we will see what's going on. I think Friday I was saying, you know, I thought we had further down to go. I am happy to see this. We did break out past that downtrend line that we've been seeing, you know, since our last little high here, close when we were getting up close to the 10K. So that's a good sign, and I think that contributed to a little bit of this pump. But as you can see, we have fully retraced there. So, you know, not looking great. And I'm clear out on the 4-hour here, but that is not looking great right there on the moving average. That's right at a cross, and I bet you it's already confirmed if we get over. Sure enough. Oh good heavens, that's looking way oversold though, huh? This is actually looking like this might maybe have a bounce play. Maybe. Again, this would be a very dangerous play because, again, I don't know that the market is turning around in an upward direction anytime soon, but I'm looking at very, very tiny candles here, guys, so this was just me trying to confirm whether it looked like the market was, or whether it looked like the momentum was about to swing back the other direction, but, yeah, I mean, maybe for a tiny little short swing, but I would be very, very careful, guys. I suspect we're going to see some further down momentum there. Yeah, RSI is, I mean, like I said, that's exactly what I was just saying. It's well into the oversold area. And then here's what I'm not liking is I'm not liking the volume, and I'm not liking, you know, on the 1 hour, it looked like it started to curve up and then dip back off again. And that's not giving me a lot of confidence on that. On the 30-minute, 15-minute, pretty much confirming that. So I suspect that's going to continue to go down a little bit more, but definitely want to keep an eye on. That is one that that if you are trying to catch one of those oversold bounces for a short swing, could be a good move, but I would be very, very cautious. All right, let's see. If BTC doesn't hold at 805, we'll break down to 72. I think we'll at least, if it doesn't hold at 8, we're at least going to see the mid-7 range. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. Histogram, yeah, the histogram, this is the histogram. All right, so you've got the moving average, convergence, divergence, and then the histogram is this component in here. And so these are effectively telling you the same thing. You can just kind of confirm some of the movement on the moving averages with the histogram before it necessarily happens. Yeah, volume has been going down. Overall, volume has been garbage. I mean, we've seen under 20K in volume for probably 4 or 5 days in a row, although market cap has moved in a slightly positive direction, but not really. We've seen a few more coins roll back into the market. But, you know, still only at 375, well under the, I think we were at about 425, 430 billion, just a week ago. So still not good overall market capacity, and not great in the 24-hour volume. But you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, you know, again, it's a fun market to play, and all it will take is one big announcement or a big partnership or something like that can turn the market direction around. This is such a heavily influenced market from the news and partnerships and things like that. Speaking of which, here's something I thought was actually pretty entertaining. Did you guys know Google shopped Vitalik? Yes, I read an article about this. He had actually put up a poll on his Twitter asking his followers if they thought it might be interesting for him to go work. Apparently a recruiter had reached out to him and saying, hey, wondering if you would be interested for working at Google now or in the future. Obviously, his fans are strongly biased in the negative on that, myself included with that. But Google is making some interesting moves. On the one hand, they're banning all cryptocurrency-related advertising. Great job to protect the public on that one, Google. But then on the back end, they're also trying to work on their own blockchain projects, which I find to be a bit of a double standard, and apparently that is what they were starting to reach out to Vitalik about. So a pretty interesting dichotomy there from Google, but definitely something to watch. I don't think we're seeing Vitalik go anywhere anytime soon, but very interesting to know that somebody who has very recently, you know, is a major player in the internet and has very recently gone as far as banning ads related to cryptocurrency and other cryptocurrency related products or services, is shopping one of the greatest minds in the business right now. I find that to be slightly ironic. Anyway, let's see what else. McAfee keen again. Yeah, you guys saw the thing I posted on Friday, right? He's been doing the road show, and he's back to his shilling ways. I saw somebody had posted in somewhere that I read that was like, You know, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if McAfee had written all of the viruses that his software was supposed to protect against back in the day, which I thought to be particularly, what's the word I'm looking for? Indicative of how people are perceiving him publicly. Not that I think he gives a shit, and from what everybody that I know of that has come in contact with him in person, he's actually apparently a pretty interesting guy to talk to, pretty nice. But yeah, it's perhaps there are some questionable business ethics around that, but you cannot deny the guy's out there being a positive mouthpiece for the crypto space in general. So whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing long term depends. I mean, you know, having too many controversial figures being the spokespeople is probably not the greatest way to attract the rest of the world to this market, but who knows? Are we allowed to swear on Cryptosomniac? I just did. I try to keep it to a minimum because I am trying to be professional here, and I know there's probably people watching with their kids and things like that. So I try not to be overly foul-mouthed as I am in real life. I'm definitely have a bit of a potty mouth. But anyway, yeah, you can swear on here if you want. Like I said, I just try to do it to a minimum out of respect for my audience. McAfee is a little bit of a badass. I mean, the guy's definitely lived a very interesting life. Cannot argue with that at all. Let's see. Am I missing anybody, or is anybody chatting with me over here on Twitter? I'm trying to be better at paying attention to these, but I just see some people watching and nobody chiming in. Well, what are my top coins? Well, I think we've been over this multiple times. I mean, obviously everybody's got Bitcoin and Ethereum in their portfolio. I've got a pretty big bag of Litecoin that I'm considering getting rid of. Stellar is a big one for me, which is part of actually what I wanted to talk about. They had an interesting announcement. Snay didn't ditch. Snay has been out. Again, guys, I don't want to steal too much thunder, but Snay has been out making it happen for Monarch. So I'm sure he'll be able to get on and talk about things, but yeah, he has definitely been making moves for the Monarch token, and we're very excited about that. But again, I want to let him talk to you guys about that, and I don't want to disclose anything that I'm not supposed to. So I can't speak on it any further, but he hasn't ditched you. He's just he's a very tired man. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, guys, look, I said this on Friday. Let's get back over to the Bitcoin analysis here. I said this on Friday. I said watch it. I said watch us to pass this line, right? I mean, this was, if you look at my stream, we were forming this little flag right here, and I said, you know, watch for it to break past the line. It did, and then again, I would say, you know, I stay cautious on these kind of things. I did not, you know, I did know some people that, especially in the Cryptosomniac Advantage, that ended up buying here. So I mean, there was definitely some opportunities to make a profit. I mean, let's see what if you'd have got it at the very low end, excuse me, and then sold, you know, somewhere up around the top. That'd have been a nice clean 8% that you could have made in a couple of days. So not a terrible scalp, but in my opinion, it was way too risky to gamble on. I did a bunch of that the week before, making small little swing trades back in here, and you know, here we are back there. So I'm basically, if I hadn't have been stopped out back at 8K, I would have been even money. Instead, I'm just waiting for a confirmation that the market is turning around to buy back in for that portion. Yeah, BTC gets to be moving on up. Yeah, right. He did say he's going to eat a very important member of his anatomy if if it wasn't to a certain number by a certain time. It's lunacy. He's not going to do it, but hey, it's certainly entertaining, isn't it? So yeah, anyway, Stellar, I wanted to take a look. I wanted to jump over here. So everybody knows they've had a partnership with IBM for a long time. So effectively, they've just announced a new project that they'll be launching called the Verde token, which is going to be handling tracking carbon credits on the blockchain. So obviously, tracking carbon credits is not a new a new solution in business by any means, but being able to track it via the blockchain so that everything is infinitely and nearly instantly verifiable, I think is probably a good move for them. And you know, like I said, guys, I'm a fan of Stellar. I do hold a pretty big bag of Stellar, and so this was always something that I thought was positive news. And with that, I thought Stellar actually looked like it was a pretty good buy now, and I was saying that because, and again, this would be for a long-term hold, not like a I'm gonna go buy this for a short swing. But as far as overall pricing, I said this on Friday that I thought Stellar was looking good. You know, it was way into the oversold, and it's pretty much trading there now at support, and that's right in the what is normally my pretty juicy buy range between that 786 and 618, or you know, I tend to also like between the 0.618 and 0.5, but that's right in there. So as for something that is going that is a long-term hold for me, I like Stellar, and I think Stellar is looking like it's in a good range to buy. Now that being said, let's look at some of these larger intervals. Yeah, look at that, it's way oversold still out on the 2 hour, and 4 hours starting to look a little bit better than that, but then back down on the smaller intervals again. So I think this is probably going to be a pretty good I think this is probably going to be a pretty good time to get in as far as for long-term holds. You know, not a huge ton of support at this level, but it has been bouncing around here for about 2 weeks, and then we did see some support for it back here, and then, you know, going further back, we'd have to get way back in. But you know, you can see there's definitely been some historic support for it at this level. So Stellar, again, being a long-term, again, I'm giving you my biased call on this one because I like Stellar, and it's something that I'm including in my long-term portfolio. But I think if that is something that you're interested in adding, Stellar's in a good position right now. That would not be a bad time to get in on it. All right, so let's see. I sold all my BNB for TRX. Well, okay, so yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't even have an article or anything on this, but Tron has been doing really well over the last few weeks, and it's because they're about to go to their main net. So I was actually just going to jump over here and chart it. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, so it's looking pretty high still on the RSI, so I think you could wait a bit for it to pull back as far as an entry point, but I do think we will probably see it move a little bit more because Pump Master Justin Sun is exactly that. He is the Pump Master, and their mainnet launch is scheduled for 10 days from now, so I suspect we'll still see a little bit more action to be had in there. You know, again, I'm not guaranteeing this, but that is one I would definitely be keeping my eyes on, and I'm looking to make a play on Tron. I currently am not a Tron holder. I have been a Tron holder in the past. I cleared out my bags back closer to the beginning of the year, actually when it was around this price. So if I can get it for what I sold it all for, then I'd be even money and happy with taking this little Tron ride that I think we will see over the next 10 days or so. In fact, I would say probably 9 days, maybe 8 days, and then it's going to dump because that's always the way it goes. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Everybody knows it's coming up on the 31st, so I suspect we'll see a decline in price by then, but definitely something to watch, and you could take advantage of in the interim between then and now. So that's what I think about that element. I think BNB also is always, you know, especially if you are an active trader on Binance, I think BNB is always a solid hold, because I think that for any exchange token that has any exchange that has a significant amount of volume, if they have their own native token that offers reduced trading fees, et cetera, is probably going to go up in value, because if there's enough users on the network taking advantage of the system, they're going to be looking for ways to reduce that transaction fees, et cetera, and so, you know, as a exchange gets a larger and larger user population, their native token tends to increase in value. just because more people are holding it for its use case, which is reduce fees, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know if I would have sold all my BNB for Tron, but hey, why not? I mean, it's either one of those coins I think are a good hold for right now. All right, let's see what else. Do you think Bitcoin will be over 8,500 in 2 years? Yes. So, you know, I always say I am not one to make a long-term prediction. I think those are stupid. People are always going like, Bitcoin 50 grand in 5 years. And we're like, how do you know? There's so much that could happen. But I will say this. Assuming we have similar to at least no worse market conditions than what we have right now, absolutely, I think Bitcoin will be over $8,500 within 2 years. You know, I mean, we'll see it swing up above that again sometime in the near future, potentially. So, you know, I think that's it really all depends on how the rest of the market goes. But since BTC is one of the main market movers, yes, I think that's a safe bet, saying that Bitcoin would be over $8,500 within 2 years. I would feel confident making that prediction without looking like an idiot. So yes, sure, let's go with that. All right, let's see. Let me scroll up. Huge Tron fan. Not a huge Tron fan, but I do think it does have a lot of legs. I think if you think of Tron as a decentralized app store rather than a video game platform, it starts to really make a lot more sense about the potential for the project. All right, let's see. Guys, stop waiting for 8K. Promise you won't see it except a market manipulation. Well, I mean, we're talking about Bitcoin, one of the most. You don't think that we could go down to 8K from 8,200? I just wanna. Hold on. Where did I see that? Because I'm gonna talk directly to somebody right now. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost you. Well, anyway. My point is, if you don't think Bitcoin could go back to 8K again anytime soon, or if you don't, you know, that's we're within under $300 of that right now, and Bitcoin can move $1,000 in a day easily. So we definitely could see 8 grand Bitcoin again. That's that's I don't even know why we're talking about this. All right, what else? Let's see. Coinbase might bring bull back by adding XRP or ERC20 token on their website. Yeah, I keep hearing a bunch of rumors about that, but until something definitely happens, I'm not, you know, I don't know. I would like to know, I would like to see a little bit more rumor here. Oh, wow, look at somebody's talking to me over here. You have an opinion on what Elastos plans on doing with merged mining on top of BTC? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know enough about mining to really articulate any position there very well, to be honest with you. I know most of my knowledge around these coins comes from the fundamental analysis on just who's involved with the company, what's the point of the company, and then doing technical analysis like this. So I mean, I can do this similar sort of research you guys do, but I'm not a coder and I've never mined anything. So my code skills are very rudimentary HTML5 or whatever. You know, I'm not a coder, unfortunately. I wish. But that being said, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't even want to discuss this possibility of Ripple getting listed on Coinbase anymore. Like, it doesn't qualify on their framework for a distributed asset. It's not going to happen as far as I'm concerned. I've heard too many rumors with no action. I don't think it's going to happen, but what do I know? All right, let's see what else. Swear more. All right, well, one of these days. Oh yeah, Kennedy James, that's who I was talking to with my little rant there about if you don't think we could see 8 grand again from right now, you crazy, because it's only 82. It's not even 8,300. So yeah, all right. Can I look into Have coin in a good buy range? Sure. Let's see what I can find out. Have BTC. Oops. All right, it's not here, but don't worry, guys. I have increased my ability to look for more coins by looking into my Coinigy account. So let's take a look. See. Well, it's starting to run up. It is at all, well, it's not quite at all-time highs, but it's definitely around there. I don't know anything about this project, so I will disclose that out front. It hasn't gone fully parabolic. That's a good thing. But it's definitely been on a bit of a run. You know, again, guys, I always say wait for it to retrace. So this looks like the last real breakout right here. Let's see what happens with a little fib for it. Tip of that wick. Yeah, so I would wait for that to come down some more. Again, I don't know anything about this project, so I can't tell you if I think it has legs long term, if it's going to continue to go up or anything. I haven't done any fundamental analysis on this at all. So I'm just looking purely at the pricing and what I think from the action I'm seeing here. These are 4-hour candles. I think if it's me, I would put buys somewhere in this range here between, I mean, really, again, you're going to want to try for these bottom fishing plays, right? So you could put a buy at 77.80 and then another one just under this fib level here at like 75.70, all the way down maybe as low as like 73.95, and then I would put my stop loss right about 7, maybe, you know, to 7 to 7.030, depending on your risk tolerance. Again, never want to set your stop too close to a fib level. It's a good way to get stopped out when people are stop loss hunting. But yeah, so I can't say that I'm recommending a buy on this. I don't know anything about it. Just telling you what I see on the chart. Don't buy now. Wait for it to pull back a little bit more. I think you've got a little bit more to pull back. It looks like it does very commonly retrace. So here, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We'll see what kind of movement we've got from here. Oops. To here. That's a 43% difference. Yeah, so again, I mean, if you're looking at, and again, I've only got a little bit of history here to go off of, but it looks like it doesn't look like it moves around a ton. It looks like it basically trades around the same value. So yeah, I would keep an eye on it, but I would be putting my buy as low, just because anytime it runs up like that, I think there's more consolidation to be had. And be patient. Put your buy orders in and then sit and wait. Don't keep moving them up. I've fallen victim to that many times myself, because I'm like, but I really want this project. Let's move it up. Let's move my buy up. No, set your buys or your sell. Like place your bets and leave the table. Let the game play itself out. That's my thought on that. All right. Well, hooray for having more charts. No mas TRX. Did you buy Elastos? High performance blockchain? Well, I mean, why are we always going to talk about the new hype coins, right? Like, what about talking about things that are actually have solid fundamentals? I mean, granted, I know Tron is the king of the hype coins, so let me preface my statement by that. But you know, there's always some new, pretty young hotness coming out that everybody's super big on, and people tend to get over projects that have legs a little quicker than I would anticipate for all of us supposedly being investors. I find that amusing. Anyway, all right. DTA coin is the talk of the underground right now, and no one is barely talking about it. I don't know about it, J-Tran. DTA, what's talk to me about it, Goose. What is it? Let's see. Who else? Ontology to start paying. Oh, that's clutch, Boise. Good to know on that. Ontology is going to be starting to pay a daily dividend like Neo and Gas, so you could earn, I would assume, an additional token by holding on to it. That's pretty awesome. JC Trey, I see you there. Like Pundi X, yes, I'm a big supporter of Pundi X. In fact, while we're on the subject, if you want to know exactly what Cryptosomniac thinks about Pundi X, you should just hop on over to Cryptosomniac.com and join the Cryptosomniac Advantage. We are currently giving away a two-week trial membership, so you can join at no risk to yourself, and you can join, click into the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and you can get signed up. Excuse me. Like I said, there is a 2-week free trial membership right now, so jump on in and take advantage of that. And if you want to know, here we have the full, what we call the TTTAPPP report on PundiX, and those are team technical analysis, what is it? Sorry, team technology, technical analysis, partnerships, and public presence. So these are all the things that we find to be very important. And if you want to know what we think about PundiX, you can hop on over there in the Cryptosomniac Advantage and download that report for free. You would also, while you're there, be able to register for our private Slack channel, aka the Moon Lounge. We have a very active community of traders. If you enjoy our streams and you like being able to call, and say, hey, tell me to look at this. Imagine if you could just carry that around in your pocket all the time. And that is what we are offering. So we have 2 full-time traders, two full-time technical analysts in there, as well as a very active community of traders, myself, Snay, as well as a dedicated team of writers and researchers that are helping us to put these reports together. Shout out Trotsky on that. And yeah, it's just a great community to be in. I've had people that have signed up for the trial membership and they stick around. I've had people that sign up for the trial membership and right away said, hey, where can I just pay? I want this. Where can I do this? So, that's a huge endorsement for us. Makes us feel like we are providing the value that we strive to do for you. And also, it's just a great endorsement. When people say that they would be ready to take the 2 weeks, but they're ready to pay right now. We think that's huge, and we would love to have you come find out if maybe you would agree with that sentiment. And again, you can do so for free right now. Go on over to cryptosomniac.com, click on the Advantage, and get on in there. You've got all these reports plus the private Slack lounge, and what have you got to lose? Join us. All right, anyway, let's see. Digibyte. Is Digibyte killing it? Let's see. I recently became a Digibyte holder, not because I was like huge on the project or anything, but one of our marketers is a huge fan of Digibyte, and he was like, here, I'll just give you some, and now I pay attention to it. So let's see. Let's go take a look and see what it's doing today. Yeah, I could have sworn I had a chart on here from back in the day. Maybe it was on a different exchange. But it's not looking bad, huh? That's looking like a cup and handle. I mean, it's a pretty, it's a multi-grip handle maybe, but yeah, that's starting to look a little cup and handle-ish right there. Although not super excited about the level on the RSI right now on the 4-hour. That's looking pretty run up, and it looks like the histogram's curling over, MACD's starting to curl over, volume tapering off. So it looks to me like Digibyte's got some room to come down. That being said, that's a pretty smooth move up. Yeah, let's just take a look-see. Where's the last big breakout? I guess here. And we'll go all the way to this local minimum. Get that right up to that max. So yeah, Digibyte has been making some moves in the last few days. Looks to me like it's going to come back down a bit. I mean, I don't know if it's going to tank. Doesn't necessarily look like that, but I think if you're looking to accumulate some more, you're going to have an opportunity, because this actually, unfortunately to me, looks like a 1, 2, 3 top. So I suspect we'll probably see it break down a little bit and maybe test back up to this 382 fib level, which is at about 465 sats roughly. So we'll see, but let's see if these smaller intervals tell me that. Let's see if these confirm what I think I'm seeing here. Yep, histogram's starting to dip. Volume tanking off, RSI going down. Yeah, I think it's gonna come down. I think it's gonna come down some more. So yeah, I would hold off on any buys. I would hold off on any buys on that until you're closer to you know, down here at the like 450 range maybe. Yeah, never buy at all-time highs, guys. I know that's not totally all-time high, but you know, you see what I'm saying. It's still got some more to come down before we're really in that sweet range. So buy somewhere between 420 and 450 sats is what I would look at with a stop loss. Just to give yourself a little bit of a buffer, like 390, 380, somewhere in there. That's what I would think about. Did you buy it right now? But I think it's going to come down some more. I think it's got some room to come down. All right, let's see. Johnny B. All right, wait, hold on. Something just Googled is estimated. Oh, you guys are having a heated debate about Mr. McAfee. Heated debate. What about hot and kin? I'm not touching kin. I don't. It's a messenger coin. I guess I can see its app. I guess maybe a lot more people in the rest of the world use kin than I am aware of, but it's kin, as far as I know, for Americans, nobody uses kick. So why you would hold kin for most Americans outside of just a speculative investment is beyond me. All right, let's see. Guys selling crap beginner TA courses and learn all for free. Whoa, what? On chain? Hold up. What about Johnny B? McAfee's a billionaire. Yeah, the guy's selling beginner crap TA courses. I'll learn you all TA for free in half the time. I'm fat and 30-something. I'm assuming you're talking about John McAfee selling crap TA courses. I hope you're not talking about us. But yeah, I don't know. Can't say. I love it when there's heated debates going on. Someone bought 10 million Digibyte today. Well, that'll account for that price increase then, won't it? That'll help with the pump. Pundi X went by. Let's take a look. Sorry, I gotta do this again. What's that ticker? PNPXS. That's right. Okay. NPXS. Oh, nope. All right. Uh-oh. Get in there. All right. Oh. NPXS. What? Oh, it's not KuCoin, it's Huobi. Am I tripping? I could have sworn. I could have sworn it was on Huobi or KuCoin. Well, that's embarrassing. TA is just BS. Well, it sounds like somebody's just on the channel to troll, so I'm gonna go ahead and ignore this dude for the rest of the time. But way to try to market yourself on other people's channels. I mean, I guess that's an effective way to do it if you enjoy marketing by being a dick, I guess. Great job. All right. What do I think of Doug Polk? I think he's entertaining. I think he's entertaining, and I think for a poker player, he's pretty savvy in the crypto world. How about that? You are charting on Huobi, KuCoin, Coinigy TradingView. Yeah, one of these days. One of these days, I'm gonna. Yeah, whereby. Seriously, I swear I saw it on. I swear it was on Hoobie. Well, tell you what, guys. I know one way to figure this out. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna do this because I know it's here. And just save it to my desktop. Alright, hold on a second. There it is. And since I can't give away the good stuff, sorry guys, you'll just have to go join the advantage if you want to see what that report says. I'm just doing myself a favor and making it easy to look up where it's trading. All right, so if you wanted to know, then you can get it on IDEX, Bancor, Conrail, Coinbean, and CoinNest. Yeah, IDEX. See, I knew it. It's not KuCoin, but it's IDEX, which is their distributed exchange. What? Oh, yeah, right. There we go. NPXS. This is not an exchange. Well, all right. Now I'm just looking ridiculous today. But now you know where. IDEX, Bancor, CoinRail, CoinNest, and Coinbean all are currently supporting PundiX if you were looking to pick some up. All right, and now I've lost my chat window. No, no. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. You need MetaMask ideally for Bancor. Well, thanks, Fat, and I'll take that compliment. I mean, you know, TA definitely tells you what has happened, and if you can, if you understand the way that groupthink works, and you have a good grasp on human psychology. Unfortunately, whether you like it or not, lots of people are using technical analysis, so it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy because enough people are using it that it is accurate by, you know, by dilution, I guess. So something to keep in mind. It's on Mt. Gox. It's all on Mt. Gox, isn't it? All right, let's see. IDEX is difficult. Need to send ETH to a wallet and then an exchange. I will say this with IDEX, you can actually, if you've got a nano ledger and you're keeping some of your ETH on your ledger, you can actually trade directly from your ledger, just so you know, or MetaMask. Yeah. Anyway. That is a tip there for you. So if you do want to use any of the decentralized exchanges, I know IDEX will let you trade directly from your ledger, but not your Trezor, which sucks because I use a Trezor. So anyway, Wabi's on clearance. Is it? Let's go take a look. Well, it is, isn't it? Well, and look at that. I mean, it's not even like all-time low or anything, so. Is it worth looking at picking up, or is it going to continue to break down is the real question here. Volume tapering off. It looks like you actually just missed the opportunity to make a little swing from earlier, you know, around lunchtime this morning through about 1 p.m. this afternoon. I would say this looks like it's probably going to come down again at this point. Yeah. I don't think it's going to crash. That's a pretty good sign on the 2 hour. But again, when going into the smaller intervals, it doesn't confirm. And then when going out to the larger intervals, we'd still have some room to go before that's looking like it's going to run. But if this is something you're trying to get into your long-term portfolio, it is pretty much on sale by historic prices, right? Like here. That's all-time high there. And let me just extend those lines. One sec, guys. Yeah, so it's right in the buy range. If you were, if this is something you're looking to add to your long-term portfolio, it's definitely in the range that I like to get it. That being said, I think it's going to come down some more. So I don't know if I had to rush right out to the stores to buy right now. I might set in some bottom fishing plays there. I don't know. I'm just looking at the history here. Anywhere down in the 86.5 to 9K sats range, somewhere in there, and just wait for it. I don't think I don't know. I'm not keen on Wabi as a project personally. We interviewed them on the channel a while back, and I thought that was actually before I even was a member of the team. So I shouldn't say we. Sam and Snay interviewed them prior to me being a part of the team, but I was pretty underwhelmed by Wabi. So that's not one that I would be interested in. But if you are, that's a pretty good price as far as historic levels go. So IDEX looks fake. It does kind of, doesn't it? A lot of the decentralized exchanges aren't really the best looking. I mean, especially if you're used to this, you know what I mean? Like you're used to seeing, well, this is obviously not an exchange, but you know, you're used to Binance or GDAX or Bittrex or any number of other exchanges. You get to these decentralized ones. I mean, have you guys ever seen Shapeshift or Evercoin? They're just like fields, basically. It's two fields. They'll show you what they will exchange the coin for, and one is you put a wallet address in one to send, and then it will send it back to you. But the interfaces are, I'm not explaining that very well. It will convert and send it into the coin that you purchased. Let me say that so I don't sound like a moron. But that being said, is like they're not the slickest interface. I mean, it's not that it needs to do much, but yeah, they're certainly not as pretty as some of the other ones. All right, what else? Can we look into Nano? Well, sure, why not? Nano BTC. Boy, Nano's on sale too, huh? I don't know why this project doesn't do better, to be honest with you, with how fast its transaction times are. I don't know why this hasn't gotten more hype than it has. Like, it'll get it and then it just falls off. So I mean, this was setting up to be a cup and a handle, and it just took a dump. All right. Well, I can tell you this: the RSI is extraordinarily low on the 4 hour. Let's see if that stays low on the smaller intervals. Yeah, again, it looks like you just missed the oversold bounce play, so I think that's probably going to break down further at this point, is what I think. Yeah, I mean, just anytime you start to get good volume in a bearish direction, I'm sorry, in the bullish direction, the bears come back in and kick the legs out from under it. So that's not looking like it's going up any further right now, and I think it, again, I hate to be the guy that says I think it's all going to break down more, but like, look at that. I mean, there's no support really at this level. I don't know. I mean, this might be a death knell over here. That's super low. Has it been lower than that? Did it trade anywhere else besides where did it get listed first? Bittrex or Binance? Oh, I guess never mind. That's what I'm saying is dumb. This is just when it turned into nano. Otherwise, it would have been ray blocks still. So I'd have to look back further to see. But this is damn near the all-time low since as long as it's been nano. So I don't know. Your call. All-time low is not my favorite time to buy a project either. Yeah, I wonder why that's happening. But just the overall volume has been not good at all on this. Chart on Dragon looks awful. I know that thing's gonna bump. Yeah, I was looking at Dragon on Friday and it does look garbage. Isn't it? Yeah. Not all-time lows. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Dragon's gonna pump. It's another one we have a report on from back in about January. I don't know. I don't know how hype I am on this project overall. I would like to add more indicators to this chart. I'm still going to have to get more savvy with Coinigy. Obviously, still a little bit more familiar with TradingView. Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to put a fib on this because, like, what's the point? If you're looking at setting in buy orders, I don't know. I mean, for me, I would have been probably being stopped out and waiting for I don't know what by now, but that's not good. It's not looking good. Yeah, at this point, you know, I mean, you could set buy orders in super low and just see if they pick up, but it's I guess okay volume considering the size of the orders. Get out of here. Look at it on the hourly. Yeah, it just kind of trades sideways. I don't know. With it going down that much, that would have been a problem. That would have been a project I'd have been looking to get out of. Depending on where your buy-in point was, you know. I mean, if you got in at ICO, then you're still profitable, but otherwise, you're probably holding the bag. Alright, let's see here. Wabi FA, yeah, lots of competitors, exactly. That's ultimately the main problem there. It's a part of So I'm just going to comment. I don't know if that dude's still on this channel or not, but I just want to comment on that I think it is ultimately first of all, the biggest douche maneuver, and second of all, just low class to like go out and be like, I've been involved. First of all, if you willingly claim that you've been involved in pump and dump groups, you're a terrible person. I want you to know that. I think you're a shitbird. So you guys wanted me to cuss more? There it is. So I think if you're actively involved in pump and dumps, you're a greedy, selfish prick that specifically doesn't give a shit about this industry or anybody else that's involved with it, and is really only about yourself. And if you can admit that out loud in front of everybody, then that's fine. You know that about yourself. But if you try to come off like you were some sort of self-made guru, blah blah blah, and you're just constantly telling people about, I mean, it sounds to me like a lot of people are resting on their laurels, but again, why are you out telling people how many coins you hold? Why are you out telling people how much money's in your bank? You know, it's just ridiculous. Why? For what? To what end? Like, you know, I'm going to come out here and say this so that you guys can come bash me over the head with a wrench next time you see me in public, because, you know, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing it? It's low class. And then if you're, yeah, like I said, if you are an active member of a pump and dump group, you are single-handedly destroying this industry and giving something that potentially could change the world no runway, right? You want to, you're cool with the status quo so much to the point that you're willing to take a very short-term personal gain over doing something good for the entire world, and in which case you sound just like the rest of the people that are running the world currently. And personally, that's part of why I'm in blockchain, is to maybe change that a little bit. But that's just me. Yeah, rant time. Sorry, got me wound up. All right, can I check out Kyber? Sure, let's take a look at Kyber. There is KNC. All right. Well, that's looking well oversold. RSI sitting right at 30. Histogram starting to curl up on the 2 hour, the 1 hour. Kyber's a buy. Kyber is a buy. It's that is one I would consider picking up. Yep, that's these. There's some definite buy signals there, and yeah, look, I mean, that's retraced already. That's almost exactly to the beginning of the breakout here. Yeah, Kyber's a, why not? It's an exchange. We're a fan of exchanges. It's a decentralized exchange. We should all be fans of that. And that's sweet in the pricing range. Yeah, and again, since I'm Mr. Bottom Fishing, I'd set some buys in, you know, anywhere 19.7 to 20, and then just wait for it to come to you. I don't know, actually, you might want to jump on that. Again, I hate saying buy right now, but that one is looking pretty good. And actually, I just noticed the time, guys. I literally have to go because we have our meeting right now. We have our weekly Cryptosomniac meeting, so I gotta go. So I'm not even gonna do the crypto giveaway today, but I will do it tomorrow. I'll see you on tomorrow. So hit the bell, subscribe. Comment on YouTube, put a comment under the video with your ERC20 address and your a comment. If you share on Facebook and retweet on Twitter, you will be eligible for some free crypto when we stream tomorrow. Guys, I hate to cut this short. I'm super sorry, but I just noticed it was 8 o'clock. One of my TAs just said, "Are we ready?" So I gotta go. Anyway, guys, this is Jason. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and good luck. Set those type stop losses. See you guys tomorrow. Jason from Cryptosomniac. I'm out.